Hi, my name is Bobby Hines. I'm with the U.S. Commercial Service of the U.S. Department of Commerce. Our goals are the successful export of U.S. goods and services worldwide. We do this by offering customized services. What makes us unique is that we're in 100 cities here within the U.S., but we have contacts in our embassies and consulates abroad, including with the State Department. When a U.S. company comes to us to do international trade, we will connect with our embassy. If they're traveling to that country, we can arrange meetings. If they just want a list of contacts in the industry, we can prepare that. Plus, we have a world-class market research library that can be found at export.gov. There, each year, all of our embassies put out a report that describes how to do business in a particular country. Sorry, but you get me wound up. I just go on and on.
No, don't apologize. We want to learn more. And you were speaking earlier about the LA Select program. Can you tell us a little bit more about that program?
Okay, initially our goal was the successful exports, but now we've turned our attention towards foreign direct investment in the U.S. What we have is the selectusa.gov. When companies are interested in investing in the U.S., and often they want some kind of a guarantee or some kind of government backing, that information is directed to a central system. That information is then delivered to the governor's offices in the 50 states. That in turn is delivered to the local level. But the U.S. company gives foreign investors guidelines on compliance issues whereby they won't run into the problem that BYU ran into this morning.
Well, thank you for keeping us up to date. Is there anything special that the companies need to do to qualify to be part of your program?
For the most part, for the export, we want U.S. content 51%. But if you are domiciled in the U.S., and those profits will be repatriated to the U.S., we're interested in supporting your efforts.
Well, thank you very much. We appreciate that. That's Bobby Hines with the LA Export Center here at the ACCS China Connect event. Would you like to share one more thought on what you think about the event and our fine host, Mr. Sun?
I am delighted to be here. I'm sorry to say that I only found out about it at about 10 o'clock. And since I was in walking distance, I was the designated attendee. But it's really a good event, and there's some very good people here.
Well, thank you so much for your time. It's very, very nice to meet you. We appreciate you sharing your story with RTV. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Todd Becker. I have my own law firm down in Long Beach. I specialize in EB-5 visas. I put a lot of regional centers together and a lot of standalone EB-5s. I have several projects I'm working on, one up in San Francisco for the revitalization of Chinatown. I'm doing a lot of standalones with the product called the Pizza Studio Restaurants. I have a big project I'm working on with Song Dong, you know Dong?
Yes, yes.
In Central Valley. It's a manufacturing project. Mm-hmm. And then I'm working on a project with Robert to take surgery centers to China also. So keeping very busy right now.
Yes, so as far as all those many projects, share with us how anybody that's watching could get involved if they wanted more information on some of the projects you're working on.
Oh, great. They could call my law office at 562-495-1500, or they can email me at beckerlawgroup.com. So
that's wonderful. And as far as some of the projects that you're working on in revitalizing Chinatown, I'm sure that's a very exciting project. Can you share more with us about the timeline for that and what transformation that you see in the city of San Francisco because of what you're doing there?
Sure. You know, the mayor of Chinatown is Chinese, Mr. Lee, and it's been an important thing for him to improve Chinatown. I mean, San Francisco's become this world-class city. It's one of the most beautiful cities in the world. And yet, Chinatown is kind of lagging behind the rest of the city, and it's really a shame because it used to be such a vital and a vibrant place. What we're doing is we're going to take about a 40,000 square foot area and make it a gourmet restaurant and dining experience and gourmet Chinese shopping experience. And then there's going to be a rooftop bar, kind of like the Standard Hotel here in LA.
We're standing right across from the Standard Hotel. I don't know if we can get a shot of it, but There it is. It's a beautiful rooftop facility. Very, very popular place for the locals here in Southern California to travel and mingle with the young jet set crowd here.
Yes. So we want to have that sort of feel. And we're going to raise, I'm going to China on the 9th to Shanghai and Hangzhou to raise about $10 million in funding. We already have about $6 million in private funding, and also we have the build out and so forth, which has value. So the EB5 money will be about 50% of the total value in the project. So, and then our big challenge right now is we're coming up against the quotas toward later in the year for EB5 because there's been so many Chinese immigrants, wanting to do the EB5 program.
I am going to be traveling around the United States, expanding the network of the ACCS, and I wanted to help provide those additional services for realtors in particular, or commercial agents who are trying to sell those difficult properties that may not have sold traditionally. So we have additional sales platforms, we do appraisal services, basically a one-stop shop for agents all across the country. So we co-brand, co-partner with you, and make it really simple. And we work with regular sellers as well, buyers coming from China, making the sales system very easy. We have our own authentic platform. We developed a proprietary database so that when they're coming in from overseas, they get all their market research done as a one-stop shop type service.
With your database, how can somebody access that? Do they become a member of your organization, and how can people learn more about that are listening to this show right now?
Perfect. Yes, there is an application that we're developing right now, and that is going to be solely for members. So ACCS will be part of the membership. So wherever they are, they can access that, whether they're in China or Russia or I should say Russia, but
wherever they are in the U.S.
and in the U.S. and in North America, we want to make sure they have complete access to this platform, and it's 24/7. So we'll have private listings, those listings that are hard to find. We want to make sure they have access to it.
And it's a pleasure and honor to be here. This event is very important for the state of California. As we know, there's an increasing level of interest from Chinese investors and businesses that want to come to California. The state wants to know that we're open for business. California sometimes has a reputation of a place that's rather difficult, and we want to change that perception. The governor is very committed to making California the premier destination for investment, to make it more friendly to do business. There are several tax incentives that the governor has signed on to a law that are now in effect, and so these type of opportunities provide us the chance to meet with companies, let them know what the state can do to help them to come or expand in California. So events like this are very important, and we value them very greatly.
We're very appreciative of your time, Mr. Peck, and being here today for the event. I know that it's a short time frame that you had here, but in the short time that you've been here, tell us about some of the Chinese companies that you may have met, or anybody that you feel was informed because of the presence of the state of California here today.
Sure. Well, there have been a couple companies here that were highlighted that have come to us and asked us, are very interested about specific tax incentives that just came online about a week ago, actually. Yes. We had some service providers, such as accounting firms, that want to know more information about what the state can offer for their clients. And they found the information, at least according to their reports, is very useful. And so,
wonderful. Well,
I did it for promotion gift item. I have a factory in China and I will stock company here. So I'm coming here to know many friends,
CCS provides a very good platform and for networking, and all of us enjoy meeting people and making new friends.